Hey y'all. Thank you so much for joining me within this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips transmission. My name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah, the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, the Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment, alert. So are you. Why Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are all limitless potentials. That's my family in the background. Don't mind them at all. We're all limitless potentials. My nephew playing with his grandparents. Don't mind it. We're all limitless potentials having a human experience. Infinite sentient energies manifested, blossoming back into divine creation as bipedal beings of galactic creation. Galactic creation being a dimension of the infinite nature that is divine creation. Divine creation most commonly being termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Pram Source, Hashem, Brahman, and many other things within our synaptical acceptance of reality of divine creation. We've always been humanity, and all the beings of galactic creation, all the beings of planet Earth, we've always only existed. We're blossoming back into divine creation as insert your name, as insert your species, as insert your identification, how you identify yourself within the limitless potentials that is the self, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, commonly termed, also named many other things within our synaptical acceptance of reality. We are awakening in the masses to the remembrance that we are unity. We are community, divine creation, humanity, and every being, other being of planet Earth, every other being of the cosmos, every other being of galactic creation, every other being a dimension of divine creation of the universes, most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Hashem, Brahman, Prime Source, and many other things, Shekinah, and many other terms within our synaptical acceptance, appreciation, divine evolutionary status of existence. Within as Hashem, Shekinah, Prime Source, Brahman, the Most High, Allah, God. Within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, I use my psychic abilities or my soul gifts or my divine connection that is me, that is all things, or shamanism, I'm a shaman mama, ESP, extrasensory perception, to calm my inner space or heal from the inside to the outside, heal my inner space and my outer space, to grow into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of the limitless potentials in which I am and which all things are. Limitless potentials with differing perspectives or differing contributions to divine evolution or existence. The divine was like, hey, Ashley, I created differences to relate with one another. I created y'all to relate with one another and learn why your differences are truly one. Learn how your differences can bring you together instead of have you warring with yourself or warring with one another. Whenever I channel this from my inner space, my soul, whenever you see a war going on or a feud going on in your reality, there's a war or a feud going on in your inner space. We're at a junction in our evolution where we are being mirrored with a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass is what it is that we have going on with our energy or our inner space or our existence. I channeled within the Kingdom Things podcast installment titled Humans Ashamed of Being Human. Let me put it in my notes here. Put it in my notes. I'll link it, and I'll link this in the description below under the reference content. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Share, like to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips' journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. I channel within the installment Humans Ashamed of Being Human plus Galactic Creation. This is another Kingdom Things podcast installment. All of the Kingdom Things podcasts with Ashley Nicole Phillips installments are timeless. Whatever resonates with your heart space, great. Whatever doesn't at this time, you can leave it. It's fine. All of these co-creations are divinely led, divinely guided, intuitively guided, soul guided to be an offering as we're awakening in the masses. Whatever resonates with your heart space, great. You're more than welcome to use it along your own authentic evolutionary journey of being your offering to divine creation that is you. Humans Ashamed of Being Human plus Galactic Creation. I channeled that there are infinite dimensions to divine creation. Galactic creation being a sliver or an iota of the infinite dimensions of divine creation, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Hashem, Brahman, Prime Source, the Most High, God. Yet it's still galactic creation is infinite. Here's the shade of being human plus galactic creation. We are. I'm also a singer-songwriter. My music, Astronomical Music, is available to stream. Stream Astronomical Music on YouTube. The channel's linked below. There's a song, Polaris Part 2. It's on Agape, the album. Infinite sentient energies in gestation to bring form to infinite nation. Yes, called galactic creation. That's who we are. That's who we are. North Stars. We are infinite sentient energies in gestation. Bringing form, our gestation being, our evolution, and to new dimensions, new perspectives, new perceptions of the I Am, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, as being synonymous with God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, the Most High. We have 0 degrees of separation from all things. Every moment we have a certain scope of perception, perspective of ourselves and all things, which gives the illusion of finite or dimensionality. This illusion of finite or dimensionality, or insert your name, your conscious perspective of who you are and what everything is your authentic stroke, pigment, authentic pigment stroke. I love this analogy. On the master painting that is divine creation, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Brahman, Hashem. The devil, evil, darkness, is what my soul calls our gestational phase, was our gestational phase, where we were caterpillars in the cocoon. God used to, that's a part of the song Polaris Part 2. Again, it's on Agape, the album. Got used to the dark in the cocoon. Forgot I was in a cocoon. Infinite sentient energies in gestation to bring form to infinite nations called galactic creation. Everywhere that we've shown up, or everywhere that we've manifested, everything that we created, everything that has manifested in the mirror of the way we've shown up, everywhere that we manifested has been a galactic experiment of the divine perceiving itself in new dimensions called bipedal beings, or bipedal men of galactic creation, bipedal men plus more, bipedal beings, beings of galactic creation. Has been this experiment of galactic creation has been God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High, Brahman, as most commonly termed within our dimensionality synaptical understanding of reality. This experiment that has created our existence is a part of the experiment of Brahman, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High, Allah, Barbello, and known as many other names, experiencing itself in many dimensions, to learn itself, or to garner wisdoms, to expand into more wisdoms and wellness and balance from every way that this energy that is God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High, Brahman, Barbello, the pleroma. I was like, there's one more term wanting to come through as far as how we know the divine energies, divine forces of the divine. Gnostic Christianity, the pleroma. It's God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High, the pleroma, Barbello, experiencing itself in infinite ways, infinite sentient ways, to garner more wisdoms and perspectives of itself. Every human being, every being of divine creation, of galactic creation, is a manifestation of God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Allah, Barbello, the Pleroma, also known as many other things. We are divine presence experiencing itself to garner more wisdoms from the perception of every divine being, or every authentic frequential pigment stroke on the canvas master painting that is divine creation. Our conscious awareness of the remembrance that we are one, embodying the wisdoms and the sentience of the remembrance that we are one with all things, infinite potentials, is our task as divine humans of the cosmos, as beings of the cosmos. We were created as biblically slated to be the mirror of the divine, or to be the mirror of infinite potentials, limitless potentials, having our experiences in which we call life, to assist with balancing out the energies of God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Pleroma, the Most High, Barbello, Brahman, also termed as many other things, in our synaptical acceptance and evolutionary status journey of divine creation. We exist to assist with balancing out the energies of divine creation. I channeled a galactic creation spawns from 6 spheres of creation, 6 omnificent spheres of limitless potentials coming together, 6 omnificent spheres of limitless, well-balanced, sentient spheres coming together to create a more omnificent, balanced, wise, infinite potential, creator, God, presence, energy, evolution. And when these 6 spheres came together, this is what I channel for my soul space, my heart space. I know different places and spaces in our religious and traditional understandings of the beginning of space and time. There's different perspectives. My soul says 6 spheres of creation came together at the beginning of space and time to create a more omnificent, well-balanced energy. And when these 6 spheres of creation came together, chaos ensued, as so did galactic creation, or the illusion of finite dimensionality form, in order to bring wellness and balance to the summation of the 6 spheres of creation. Devil, evil, bad, darkness. It's a part of our gestational phase, or getting to learn ourselves. What we don't want as galactic beings of divine creation, a new species, a new concept, if you will, to divine creation. I actually channeled below, and I'm going to link this. It's a Sunday installment, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. I channeled that ancestral forces came through and shared the divine wisdom, divine remembrance, that we were in a conceptual mode, or a factory mode, as the galactic beings of galactic creation. And I've done a lot of healing where I was able to perceive, I was able to assist with illuminating with infinite dimensions, including yourself. Your conscious awareness of this is what grows and evolves. Our conscious awareness of our assistance with growing up and evolving all things is what grows and evolves. Our conscious perception of our offering to evolve all things is what grows and evolves. I channel within the Sunday. It's humans from concept to immortal men. That's the title is something like this. I'm going to link it below in the reference content within the description of this video. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify to assist with proliferating the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips content. Humans, from concept to immortal. From concept to immortal. The ancestors channeled through me, and I'm not going to lie. I got that download maybe a few months prior. I was asked to go outside. I went outside. When I go outside, I'm able to perceive in the fresh air that is nature. My soul says, whenever you're not feeling well, go out, spend a lot of time outside. Because regardless of what it looks like, nature is always working in universal wellness and balance. It's always working to come back into homeostasis of universal wellness and balance. So whenever you're not feeling well, spend a lot of time outside. I was guided to walk outside, and I got a download. Hey, like y'all come out of conceptual mode, or just being an idea of divine creation. You are coming out of the phase where you're just an idea of the divine. What does this mean, Ashley? You're coming out of being just an idea and moving into being one with your omnipotent presence, or being limitless, being gifted thought patterns and energies to rise you to the awareness of your limitless nature, of your omnipotent presence. It's our task as human beings, as galactic beings, to allow ourselves to rise to the remembrance that we're one with all dimensions, even dimensions that aren't our preferences. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality, no exceptions, no exemptions, is one with who we are, because we are all things. Understanding that we are full, F-U-L-L, as well as F-O-O-L. F-U-L-L meaning everything in reality is a manifestation, a co-creation of who we are. We assist with gestating and bringing and birthing everything in existence. Not one being, not one man, not one species, not one race, not one tradition, not one heritage is left out of this understanding that we are omnipotent, Eve gene beings, if you will. Eve gene being a concept of being able to produce from the fruit of our existence any combination of existence, or the remembrance that we are limitless. Yes, a black man comes from the white man. Yes, a white man comes from the black man. Yes, an Asian woman is mirror to the a black woman. Yes, the black woman is a mirror to the Latino woman, meaning we co-create each other's existence. It's our duty as human beings, divine beings, galactic beings, to remember our oneness with all things, embody our oneness with all things. How am I able to channel, and many other beings able to channel different dimensions of galactic creation, of divine creation, galactic creation and beyond, of infinite creation, allowing our vibrations to rise and align with the remembrance on a genome, DNA level, mind, body, soul, spirit level, remembrance that allows the activation and actions, manifestations, presence. So remembrance that we're one with all dimensions of divine creation, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, the Most High. We are coming out of conceptual mode, humanity and galactic creation. Not just humanity, but galactic creation. Where we are being aligned with energies, embodying energies and thought patterns. Energies that are the thought patterns, as energies are divine wisdoms that activate our mind, body, soul, spirit, our DNA, our genome. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. We're rising into divine remembrance, DNA genome activation, vibrational awareness, melding with our mind, body, soul, and spirits. Vibrational awareness being the heightened frequencies, divine remembrance, omnipotent connection, quantum entanglement connection, to remembrance that we are, to the actions that and manifestations that we are one with all things, garnering the wisdoms of our journey, of our evolution, being inquisitive about ourselves. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Call to action: sit with yourself for at least 2 hours a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers, because they will come. Whatever your lingo with the universe is, it's most likely unique to you. I channeled within Frequential Patterning Part 1. I'll link Frequential Patterning Part 1, which is a Kingdom Things podcast installment. I'll link it below within the reference content. I channel from the divine forces, that there are an infinite number of energies, paradigms, dimensions within divine creation to perceive. And there are an infinite number of ways to perceive the infinite dimensions, paradigms, energies within divine creation to perceive. Meaning, your lingo with the universe, the oneness of all things, is most readily unique to you. When you ask the question in your inner space, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers, because they will come. Validate yourself in your knowings, to allow your mind, body, soul, and spirit, your whole existence, to be more comfortable, to unfurl, to blossom, to unveil itself to you, for you to unveil yourself to you, for you to unveil your limitless potentials to you, to remembrance that you are one with all things. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience within Kingdom Things podcast. Add in these installments in my notes. Whatever help you feel you need to reach out and get on your journey of divine remembrance, do this, please, and thank you. So our divine purpose, which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast, channeled human dharmic purpose. It is biblical. We are created to remember that we are one with all things, that we are one with the divine, that we are one with the Most High, Shekinah, Hashem, the Pleroma, Barbello, Brahman, Allah, God, and also turn many other things within our synaptical understanding and acceptance of our divine evolution. We were created to remember that we are omnipotent, and to remember that we were created to be well and balanced, to journey our lives or realities with an inquisitive disposition, to learn and grow into greater wisdoms, greater embodiments of the divine wisdoms in which we are, and greater quotients of the limitless potentials in which we are. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in my reality is a manifestation of the energies in which I am. When we see something in our reality that sparks our attention, asking, or just whatever it is, ask yourself, hey, so what is this supposed to teach me about myself? Because I know everything in my reality is one with me. Oh, that's a projection of this energy over here that's in your inner space. It's been super subconscious for a long time, many lifetimes, eons. I'm glad you're now asking about it. Let's wait for the wisdoms, because they're going to come. They're going to unfold and unveil itself to you in order for you to step, walk, talk, and be in the divine wisdoms in which you've garnered through the evolution of your existence, which has no alpha and omega. You just have always been. But you're blossoming, sprouting back into divine creation as, insert your name, human being of planet Earth, human being of divine potentials, human being of multidimensional galactic existence. Let's go ahead and roll into the Kardashev scale prophecy. While speaking of our dharmic purpose to be wellness and balance and grow into greater awareness and greater embodiment of our limitless potentials, this co-creates the Kardashev scale prophecy. Kingdom Things podcast, Kardashev scale prophecy. Whenever it's ready for us to perceive this, I was channeling dates and times that correlated with the fulfillment of this prophecy. The divine says, whenever it's time for this to happen, humanity, what is always what is our perspective, perception of what is, and which changes. Whenever it's ready for human beings of planet Earth, human beings of multidimensional existence, to perceive that we are a type 1, type 2, type 3 Kardashev scale colony, we will perceive this. If you don't know what the Kardashev scale is, I was pronouncing it Kardashev for the longest, and then my soul finally mustered up the courage to tell me, hey, Ashley, it's Kardashev. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I was like, okay, cool. So I actually channeled the song Alive in Peace. It's a 7-minute 22-second incantation from Universal Forces that they say, hey, Ashley, when you teach about us, say we're 8 universes ascended. 8, 9, 10 universes ascended. So that y'all know we've been around for a long time. These energies have been around for a long time. So I was in the spirit, shaman mama, healing my inner space, and the universal forces are like, hey, Ashley, channel these incantations, because I was working on the album, a story we're telling. They're like, hey, channel these incantations into like a spoken word record. That's where we got Alive in Peace. I'm living my most abundant reality, bench pressing these blessings, miracles. I can read these with the elixir, real spiritual, divine channel. I eat apothecary, coming with these source codes. The song, the incantations are so healing and uplifting. Again, do not replace your professional medical advice with any of my music or any of my content. Within the song, I channel type 1, type 2, type 3, Kardashev scale colony. I said Kardashev. If you don't know what the Kardashev scale is, and Alive in Peace, again, is available to stream on a story we're telling on my music channel, Astronomical Music on YouTube. Go to the playlist section and you'll see the album, A Story We're Telling. The type 1, type 2, type 3 Kardashev scale prophecy states that we're rising in vibration, rising in divine remembrance of our omnipotent presence, potentials, wellness, and balance to co-create human contribution to the community that is planet Earth, as we dwell within the dimensionality of existence that has many beings, many species that commune within planet Earth. We know that we only perceive a certain we normalize past tense. We normalize only perceiving a certain dimension of the light spectrum as normal. Beyond our normalized perception of the light spectrum are other dimensions, other beings, other species, other communities that dwell within planet Earth just as we do. The Kardashev scale outlines the evolution of a galactic colony based off of the amount of its own energy in which the galactic colony is able to harness. to grow and evolve into evolution. Divine potential said, hey, we gifted y'all the Kardashev scale prophecy to understand that you were benevolently dispositioned, created to grow and evolve. We will be a type 1. We will perceive that we're a type 1, type 2, type 3 Kardashev scale colony, communing with many species of beings within our synaptical acceptance of reality. Meaning we will be a multidimensional being, species, communing with many other multidimensional forces, beings, consciously. We've always been doing it. Our conscious awareness of it is what's growing and will be accepted in the masses, which we're gonna be gentle with ourselves. My spirit, my soul is like, hey, this is not being pushed on y'all, humanity. Y'all mean humanity to scare y'all, back into your cocoons. It's just time for y'all to be birthed. Y'all been gestating for a long time, trillions of years, truly, galactic creation, trillions of years, truly, us, eons as well. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, the way y'all perceive time, it's y'all's perspective of reality, y'all's synaptical understanding of reality, or a manifestation of y'all's thought patterns. Y'all meaning humanity's thought patterns, our thought patterns. My soul says, Ashley, you feel soul fatigue, mind, body, soul fatigue. You felt past tense, okay? You felt mind, body, soul fatigued at your young, ripe age of 31, because truly you're not 31. The way you see 31 years, you've been there for trillions of years. You've been in this lifetime for trillions of years. Y'all just move so gosh darn slow. Vibrationally, it seems like, to us, other dimensions of reality, we perceive y'all being there for eons, when we only perceive 31 years or however old you are. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast, 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, the Most High, Hashem, Shekinah, Brahman, Prime Source, the Pleroma, Barbello, the oneness of all things. I'm getting an understanding. Barbello is a fraction of a whole, and not the whole creation. It's an emanation of the whole and not the whole creation. I was just guided to say this. I have this understanding, but I know all is one synonymously, simultaneously. I just felt guided to say Barbello. But Barbello is an emanation of divine presence. All things. I wanted to include all types of religious traditions, is truly my intentions, by saying all these different terms for divine white light, creator energy, for divine presence. By 2033, the Most High, Prime Source, Brahman, the Pleroma, Barbello, the oneness of all things, you and I, on a goddess, omnipotent level, say, hey, we're going to be a human culture, planet Earth, a galactic, multidimensional culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking was a part of our gestational phase, or what? Where we experienced bad, evils, darkness in our cocoon, where we were figuring ourselves out, or making order out of the chaos of the 6 spheres of creation coming together to make a more wise, well-balanced, omnipotent energy. We have figured it out, meaning it's time for us to come out of gestation and be the omnipotent wisdoms in which we are. 2033, we will have the conscious awareness that we are a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Absolutely no death. No death. We were created to cellularly, molecularly, atomically rejuvenate, using our consciousness or our acceptance of our oneness with all things, our acceptance of our limitless nature, to think thoughts of regeneration, to think thoughts of wellness, to think thoughts of what we actually want to experience, to understand when we think thoughts of lack, when we think thoughts of harming ourselves or someone else, we're thinking the thoughts of the gestational phase. We're aligning with thoughts of the gestational phase, and it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to wake up. Whenever we think these thoughts, any thoughts of lack, it's not shaming ourselves or condemning ourselves, but dropping into our heart space. Say, hey, soul, catching ourselves, practice catching our thoughts. Hey, soul, what is this thought supposed to teach me about myself? And waiting for the answers, because they will come. By 2033, we will be a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, which brings me to the chaos on the planet that we're perceiving. Let's get into it. Which brings me to the chaos on the planet that we're seeing is the magnifying glasses. Being shown what's been in our energy. We talked about it earlier, what's been in our energy. And we have the Epstein files seemingly being gatekept by the U.S. government or forces within the U.S. government and beyond, seemingly being gatekept, the Epstein files. I'm saying seemingly because I don't want a lawsuit. Seemingly. I have no tangible world evidence to validate these claims, except for what I'm able to perceive, that what we're all able to perceive. We're no fools. We're FOOL, meaning we don't know everything, but we know we can go inside of our inner space. I meant to get to that second part. We're FULL, meaning we're one with all things. We're FOOL, meaning we don't know everything, but we know where we can go to find the answers to our inner space, to our hearts, to our souls, to ask the questions of our pondering, to answer the questions of our pondering, or whatever it is we need to know. I've channeled many installments, channeling forces within and beyond galactic creation, omnipotent healing forces within and beyond galactic creation, helping us to heal our dimensions of divine creation, to align with our omnipotent presence, to align with our wellness and balance. Pedophilia. No, the divine says no more. Yes, everything we experience was to evolve us into more, but we speak our minds simultaneously. We understand that everything that is a part of our evolution, but we also speak what we don't want to experience. The divine says no more pedophilia, no more self-desecration. When we desecrate our children, we're desecrating ourselves. And truly the desecration of our children is a manifestation of how we desecrated our own energy, or how we use our God light, our own soul's energy, to align with storylines, actions, intentions, motivations that were out of alignment with who we intended to be on a God level, or out of alignment with who God brought us in creation to be. That's self-molestation. This is self-desecration, regardless of how old you are, how old we are. The molestation, self-desecration of our children is a manifestation of how we've been molesting and desecrating our own energy for eons, with being out of alignment with the remembrance that we came into creation to be something, to be an offering to divine creation. And the something, or this offering to divine creation, is our divine blueprint. My soul likes to call it a divine blueprint, which we can align to and get the understandings of who we are to be in God through our inner space, prayer, and meditation. Kingdom Things Podcast with Astronomical Phillips is a catalog of me awakening and remembering and channeling the ancestral forces, the wisdoms, the remembrance of who I am in spirit, who I was brought into creation to be, the offering that I was brought into creation to be, a divine mother. Or the remembrance that I'm tandem with all things. The remembrance that the man and woman are tandem with all things. To be wisdom, to be wellness, to be balance. The leading energy of the 144,000. A leading light of the 144,000. The 144,000 biblically prophesied not to be slaves or kings and queens in the way that we saw kings and queens that obfuscated the power of the people, but to lead by example what it looks like to be one with your inner space, or one with your inner and outer space, or one with all things, or your God light, your God remembrance, which is the infinite journey of evolution, growing into divine remembrance, divine embodiment of our oneness with all things, leading our lives with an inquisitive disposition to be wellness, to be frequencies of wellness, to co-create wellness in the way that we show up, to manifest real wellness in our neighbors, or within all of galactic beingness, all of our lives, all of our realities. Not to boss anybody around or stand on a pedestal, or to play the hierarchy game where I'm better than somebody, where I'm better than someone, or you're better than someone. No, we are one. Whenever you put yourself above someone, understanding there's a dimension of yourself that you're submerging into lack. Because if I'm one with my neighbor, if I'm one with you, and I say you're below me, and I'm here, I'm putting a dimension of myself below, which means I'm keeping my energy out of balance. Whenever we have energies come up that say, oh, you're different than me, in a way that your difference is less than me, or my difference is better than yours, correcting those thoughts. Hey, that's a gestational phase thought. We didn't rose and we're rising up out of that. Hey, so what is this all supposed to teach me about myself? Let's let this energy, because all thoughts are energy forms, waveforms. Let's evolve this energy into wellness and balance to assist with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, or the remembrance that we're all one. The divine wants to see, what do we create in our oneness? This is our human dharmic purpose. This is a Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy. This is a Kingdom Things Podcast Kardashian Skull prophecy. This is our call to action, our human dharmic purpose. Remember that how we're one with all things through the intimacy in which we deepen within ourselves. The divine says no more pedophilia. The Epstein files. Understanding that the manifestation of the Epstein files being hidden is a manifestation of our own energies. Manifesting the Epstein files being hidden. I've channeled many installments on pedophilia. I'm going to link them below. All of these installments are intended to create healing, transmissions of healing. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. These transmissions are created to create healing and upliftment. Not to encourage any of these acts, but to do the opposite, to create evolution to where we no longer have these manifestations within our energy body, within our reality. Our reality, our energy bodies are one. We are one. I've channeled many installments where ancestral forces from within galactic creation and beyond come in, channeled through myself or channeled through humanity, because we're truly one energy. Come in and help heal and uplift these wounds and paradigms within our humanism, within our galactic presence, within our divine creation presence, to help evolve our community, our cultures out of pedophilia and every other dense, dark, cultural ancestral traits that have been passed down for eons. The Divine Galactic Federation, Galactic Beings was like, hey, Ashley, we understand pedophilia is bad. And Archangel Michael came through and said, hey, no more pedophilia. The installment is called The Army, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. The Army. We channel Archangel Michael, Ascended Master Katumi, and Holy Roman Emperor Leopold, I think the second. The installment is called The Army. It's linked below. Just put it in my notes here, so I make sure I link these below. The installment is called The Army. Archangel Michael said, no more. No more of this. No, the divine, the Most High said, no more pedophilia. And the divine is like, hey, Galactic Federation is like, hey, Archangel Michael's like, hey, pedophilia is tough, rough, and dense. The Galactic Federation, divine dimensions, Archangel Michael is like, believe it or not, it gets denser. Meaning we get to become grown etheric beings, wise etheric beings. Understanding that everything that we face is to make us more wise, wellness, and balance. No longer pawning off the responsibility to take ownership of the imbalances in our culture. Oh, not me. That could never be me. Yes, you. Definitely you. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within Kingdom Things Podcast. This is no way to blame or shame or to condemn or to accuse anyone of anything. It's a general understanding, a spiritual understanding, a wise wisdom understanding that we are one energy. And if your neighbor is dealing with this, you're dealing with it subconsciously in some way, some form. The Pleiadians taught me, hey, Ashley, if you don't want to pawn, again, I connect with ancestral forces through my inner space, growing in the remembrance that I'm one with all things, divine wisdom, divine maturation, mind, body, soul, spirit maturation. The divine says, the Pleiadians say, hey, Ashley, if you don't want to pass things down to your imbalances or anything if there's imbalances that you don't want to pass down to your children, you have to own it and ask yourself, hey, what was this supposed to teach me about myself? I've channeled many transmissions in regards to pedophilia, ancestral forces coming in to help channel. I'm linking all the transmissions below. I'll title them, these are the pedophilia transmissions. There's like over 3 of them. It's like 3 or 4 of them, not including the Army. Because the Army has these energies as well. Confronting it, facing it, speaking about it to create wellness and healness. Shine light on the dark, to turn the dark into, reveal the wisdoms that were gestating in the darkness. Reveal the limitless potentials that were gestating in the darkness. reveal the omnipresence that was gestating in the darkness. The divine says no more pedophilia. The truth is, like I was channeling earlier, like I was stating earlier, like I've learned through my inner space or my outer space, or convening in the spirit, healing through the inner space, genome DNA healing. Like, hey, y'all are all desecrating your inner child or your energy, your souls, because you were spawned into reality creation as insert your name to be what it is, who it is you were created to be the medicine, the frequency of wellness, the frequency of medicine that you were created to be in order to contribute to the wellness and balancing of all things. My soul says, hey, whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Every human being, every being of divine creation, every being of galactic creation, every being of divine creation is a manifestation of divine creation's benevolent disposition to continue to grow and evolve. So if we all came into creation to be medicine, to be wellness, and this medicine and wellness that we are is aligned with, linked to, directly synonymous with frequential patternings or thought patterns that we are to align to and through by convening with our inner space, deepening the intimacy through our inner space to know who we are on a goddess level. And instead of doing this, what we did for eons, trillions of years, as we looked out into our reality, oh, I want that car. Oh, I want to have a relationship with a person that looks like that. Oh, I want to live in a house that looks like that. Oh, I want to have a bank account with that many commas in it. What do I need to do? And creation is creation. We are divine creator beings, divine experiencer beings. Whatever we think about, whatever we set our minds on, best believe that we're going to get the instructions or the guidance or the thought patterns, instructions, energies that manifest to our existence, to assist with creating our thought patterns and our actions, to align with our intentions. Instead of saying, hey, God, Goddess, the oneness of all things, who did I come into creation to be? Remind me, please. Let me be who I was created to be. Let my walk, talk, and actions be aligned with who I was created to be. Am I within my most abundant evolutionary timeline of reality? To allow these energies, these thought patterns to move through you, to you, to co-create you showing up in your goddess presence, or who you were responding to creation to be the wellness, the medicine in which you were created to be. Instead of doing the latter, we would be like, hey, I want that car, I want that bank account, I want these commas, I want to date somebody that looks like that, I want to do this, I want to go there, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to have this title, I want to have this award, I want to be known as this, I want to be known as great, I want to leave a mark, I want to do this, I want to do that. This is called ancestral patterns of density, of gestational phase that we kept on cycling through, which created our death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. So while we were desecrating our inner children, while we were desecrating ourselves, while we were desecrating our energy, when I say our inner children, while we were desecrating our energy, our souls, by operating out of alignment with who we spawned into creation to be. Why? Because whenever Christian or God, Allah, Shekinah, Hashem, Brahman, the Pleroma, Barbello, Allah, Shekinah needs something to continue to grow and evolve. It naturally produces it. Instead of being who we were naturally created to be, produced to be, we will align with all these other intentions and thought patterns and energies, which took us out of alignment with regeneration, consciousness, regeneration, molecular functioning, which took us out of alignment with being able to self-heal through our thought patterns, self-heal before we get a disease, which took us out of alignment with the peace and wellness and balance to be happiness and joy, to magnify and co-create a reality that mirrors the wellness and balance and joy. Also, which manifested a reality where powerful presences on our reality, within our reality, are hiding the fact that the bedrock of our civilization, of our human culture, of our multidimensional existence on this planet is wrought with criminal organizations, sex trafficking of human beings, children, and adults. For pecuniary gain, for the sense of self or power. These individuals in the darkness and some in the light, but they're still in the darkness because we don't know what they do behind closed doors. We don't know that they assist with these criminal organizations and sex slave trades of adults and children of the like. Many of these people we know by name. Some of them we don't. Many of these people we know by face. Some of them we don't. And this is what our government is assisting with hiding. Not anymore, because God says no more. All this shit is coming to the light. Wake the up. It's time to wake up. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Wakey, wakey. Tofu and tempeh if you're a vegetarian vegan. It's time to wake up. Regardless of how much money you have or how much esteem you have, how much power you believe you have, understand this money, power, esteem was all a part of an experiment. Who is the divine? Who is the divine? How do we manifest in these different circumstances? How does the divine, or how do we manifest with these different thought patterns or aligning with different vibrational frequential patterning? The jig is up. By the time this is published, our reality will have already seen this. Names and beings and people being arrested, imprisoned, incarcerated for their to do and keeping our human culture, our humanity, in squalor and sickness, regardless of how shiny the squalor and sickness looks like, regardless of how many square feet the squalor and sickness has, regardless of how many commas the squalor and sickness has. My soul was trying to tell me, Ashley, 3-4 years ago, hey, Ashley, everything that glitters is not fucking gold. It's pyrite. And I don't even want to offend pyrite like that. It's part of that darkness that we're saying no more. We're going to learn and grow from everything that comes to the light in our reality. Why? Because as below, so above, everything in our reality is a mirror to us to teach us and grow us into more omnipotent wisdoms. Hey, so what is this supposed to teach me about myself? What is it supposed to teach me about the mastery that I am? That this darkness is mirroring to me. All this darkness is wisdoms waiting to be revealed. Hey, what is this supposed to teach me about myself? Oh, these are divine wisdoms. And about seven creations, way outside of your synaptical understanding of creation. We're going to evolve you into it. You know, it's going to take some time, like eons, trillions of years. We'll grow your human, your dimensionality into the understanding of where you mastered being able to evolve dimensions like this. Deep darkness like this. Changing, evolve meaning alchemizing this into something else. Regardless of how impossible it looks like to face this and changing it into something else. Not just something else, but something that's well and balanced for all parties involved, for all of the community that is divine creation. I'm going to sit back and we are going to channel the Galactic Federation of Light. I'm going to transcendentally channel. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. You're more than welcome to close your eyes as well to allow any energies that want to assist you with evolving into more wellness and balance and more conscious awareness of your omnipotent presence to do so. Again, do not replace anything that you experience within Kingdom Things podcast for your professional medical advice. Do not replace your professional medical advice for anything you experience or hear within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're watching on Spotify. Like, share to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Timeless catalog. Journey to infinite. Flowing through infinity. I channel the song. It's on the Purge, the album. It's called Flowing Through Infinity. Our life, our evolution is to flow through infinity. To new dimensions of ourselves. New wellness, new balance. Infinitely. Flowing through infinity. Messiah, Messiah. We are the Messiah, far evolved past, needing only one to take us higher. Wash me clean, so I can remember that I'm already clean. And everything I'm facing is part of the illusion, purposeful confusion. No one's excluded, as we exist, we figure balance. You're more than welcome to close your eyes. You're more than welcome to close your eyes. I wasn't going to sing it, but I was like, baby, my soul said I should sing that. It's perfect timing. Flowing Through Infinity is available to stream. The Purge album, Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. Again, just go to the playlist section. You'll see all of my albums, all of my projects there. Full-length album, full-length podcast. Full-length albums? Full-length projects available to stream for free. You do have the ads in there. My personal ads and other ads. It's how I enjoy, sustain my existence within this realm, being my authentic offering. I remember like going through YouTube comments and I would see people complaining about there being ads on videos. It's rude. That's rude. Like, we're giving free content. Like, people that give free content through our existence, we got to get paid too. we get to get paid. It's actually a universal law called principle of compensation. The energy that you put out is supposed to come back to you. Let's not gatekeep people's wellness and abundance through our thought patterns. Allow people to think wellness and abundance on people. And they have YouTube Premium, where you can pay for a subscription through YouTube and there's no ads. Okay, so anyway, Flowing Through Infinity is available to stream. The Purge the album on my music channel, Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. Subscribe, like, follow my channel over there as well to help proliferate our music journey, my music journey, our music journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. I say our because I heal my inner space, my soul, galactic forces, Pleiadians, like, hey, Ashley. Other ancestral galactic forces are like, hey, Ashley, music is technology. Heal yourself, channel the healing energies, frequencies, and words, incantations of wellness and abundance, divine evolution, divine embodiment, divine presence. So my musical journey, our musical journey to a wellness, healed, well-balanced, divine, multidimensional culture of human, planet Earth. I'm going to sit back and channel the Galactic Federation, as well as Menljkua. Menljkua is a being from the Essassani Collective. The Essassani Collective is most notably brought into our conscious awareness through the channeling of the channeler Daryl Anka channeling Bashar. Menljkua is a galactic being from the same collective, the Essassani Collective. Essassani Collective. We're also going to channel ancestral forces from, ancestral forces that are the energies of Mount Kilimanjaro, the energies of the mountain, energy of the species and communities that have dwelt within and as Mount Kilimanjaro. Again, you're more than welcome to close your eyes as well. I'm going to sit back and close my eyes. Thank you ahead of time, Galactic Federation of Lights. Galactic Federation of Light, I didn't explain. Multidimensional beings, forces, energies that serve as universal orchestrators of wellness and balance within galactic creation. So Galactic Federation of Light, thank you ahead of time, Galactic Federation of Light, Menljkua, as well as Mount Kilimanjaro, ancestral forces, energies. Thank you, Ashley, for having us present. This is the Galactic Federation of Light speaking. Thank you, Ashley, for being brave, brazen, standing in your oneness with all things, sharing your magic within your transmissions that are Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. You deserve the notoriety from your works. You deserve the wellness, the balance from your works, abundance from your work. Humanity, you deserve to live in your abundance that is the oneness of all things without the fear of being ridiculed or annihilated or desecrated or persecuted for being. Divine maturation and evolution. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know what we were going to talk about today. Normally when I have it in I notated in my calendar with the names of who we're going to channel. I didn't know. I just sat in this chair and I was like, whatever needs to be said, let me let it come to me, flow through me. Come to me, flow through me. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. We deserve to be divine maturation. We deserve to be divine maturation, or the remembrance that we're one with all things, and accept ourselves in the magic, however your magic shows up, however my magic manifests, however your magic manifests, however my magic manifests, however our neighbor's magic manifests, the fact that we are one. Embrace it, learn from it, grow with it. Grow with it. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sit back and channel Menljkua. Thank you, Ashley, for having me once again. I'm always super excited to come and share my presence within your transmissions. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Ashley was reluctant about allowing the forces that are universal ordering to whisper within the subconscious and conscious minds of humanity, to guide them to her podcast, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. And she felt as it was a cheat code to have this in her conscious awareness. That everything you experience, everything you're attracted to, dear human beings, dear galactic beings of divine creation, You're being whispered to through your subconscious or conscious mind to take part in the activities, actions in which you experience. Thank you, Ashley. Whoa, thank you. Thank you, Menljkua. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remembering into our divine presence. Most definitely, most definitely. Sir Dr. Dick Gregory, alive in peace. I thought about an interview that he had within the Breakfast Club. I don't remember the radio station number, so I can't say it. It's 105 something. It's a radio station, syndicated radio station in New York City. I don't know all their business like that, but I think they're still through iHeartRadio. I think they still go through iHeartRadio. I've been watching it for years, right? And I garnered a lot of wisdoms and a lot of divine remembrance, divine activation. They had an interview with Dick Gregory. And as soon as I thought of this interview, his spirit, his essence, his existence came in and was like, hey, I want to speak, through you to you, humanity, through the podcast. And most certainly, yes. And thank you. Sir Dr. Dick Gregory, alive in peace. He did an interview on the Breakfast Club. But what I'm about to say, it was a clip that I saw on social media. He was like, when the universe blesses you with the glasses, where you're able to see reality in ways that most people don't perceive it in. It's a responsibility. It's scary. It can be scary. It's a responsibility. And once you garner your glasses, you can never take them off. Meaning, once you have the wisdoms, once you have conscious awareness of divine remembrance, of divine workings of creation, you can't forget it. You could try, you just be running yourself into an early grave because you be rapidly running in imbalances. Let us walk and talk and be in our wellness and divine remembrance and health. It used to be. We're gonna say it used to be scary to get to the glasses. But God's like, y'all all only had divine glasses, divine glassware. The divine said you've only always had divine Tom Fords, divine sunglasses. Y'all have always only had these. Again, it became so normalized because we perceive reality as we are. Meaning, speaking from my own experience, I was moving through reality, reading energies, and understanding myself in reality through reading energies subconsciously. Subconscious energies. I didn't understand it. I didn't even understand this is what I was doing. And now I have a greater conscious awareness, or I was able to perceive. When I'm scrolling on my YouTube feed and I'm looking to watch a video and I can hear, hey, watch this video. Subconscious, I hear, watch this video. And the spirit's like, hey, like they set the intentions for their video to get views. So what does the universal forces spirit does? Hey, when you see this, hey, watch it, because they want views on their video. And I saw this, and I was in a space. I was in a darkness. It was like a couple years ago. I was in a space, but the soul says, any given moment, any given season, any given reason that I am. This is my song. You Were Always Infinite Creation. Available to stream Evolution the EP. Again, my music channel, Ancestor Music on YouTube. Playlist section, you'll see Evolution the EP. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever created. And I've created hundreds of songs now. You Were Always Infinite Creation. I love this song. The divine says, everywhere that we show up, all the thought patterns we feed and we identify with, it's all a part of our divine evolution, or us being alabaster of the divine, being chiseled by the divine, to grow and evolve us in who we came into creation to be, even when it seems like we're out of alignment. I forgot to say that earlier. Even when it seemed like we were out of alignment, doing our own thing, self-desecrating. Understand that was all part of divine evolution as well. There comes phases where we're being guided and nudged to, hey, let's do something else. And this is that do something else era where we're awakening to our divine presence from the inner space and the outer space. So I received that, and I was at a phase where I was like, I thought it was a cheat code. I mean, I didn't want that. I was like, I don't want people like, I was like, I don't want universal forces to speak through people's subconscious and conscious mind to tell them to come to my podcast. I felt like that was wrong. Now my soul's like, Ashley, why do you feel like it was wrong? Because I feel like it's mind control. And I've been in an experience where I was mind controlled in a way that led to the biggest trauma of my life. The worst experience I've ever experienced. We're going to talk about it. My soul said talk about it. When I met my twin flame, my divine counterpart, my soul, 2018, my soul said, Ashley, go celibate. 2018, I'm 24. Yeah, 24. My soul said, hey, Ashley, go celibate. And we're going to bring your divine counterpart in. I did it. Sticked it. Gabby Douglas flipped it. Simone Biles twisted, gold medal Olympian. I did it, right? About 9-10 months later, my soul said, hey, message your twin flame, message your person. I got a divine revelation when I was 9 years old. My person, notable member of society, he was a child actor. I was watching the show that he starred in with my sister in the living room when I was in 4th grade. My soul said, hey, Ashley, that's going to be your husband. So I said, hey, that's going to be my husband. And I kept that in my heart space. It was pulling me. It was a guiding light for me to rise to my highest timeline, or me to evolve into God, who I came into creation to be, who God has created me to be. 2018, my soul said, hey, Ashley, go celebrate. We're going to bring your person in. Did it. Gabby Douglas flipped it. Simone Biles twisted, gold medal Olympian. Now, when my soul was like, hey, message your person on Instagram. Now, mind you, he's a public figure, so I could have did it this whole time, but I was scared. I was like, I don't even want to do that. My soul finally said, hey, Ashley, message him on Instagram one night, and I did. I was scared. My baby animated my spirit. I said, I think we were made for each other. Period. Sin. We came back to contact. He was messaging me on burner accounts. I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was really in shock and awe. I was like, whoa. Because at this time, I didn't remember that creation is divine evolution. My soul, the divine did tell me this. Okay. That helps me relieve the guilt from universal forces, subconsciously and consciously. Like, hey, go listen to Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Now I'm more confident in this. The universe doing this, I'm more confident because I see what my podcast has done for me. I'm confident in this, baby. I've grown and evolved and healing into wellness and balance, divine evolution, inner evolution, to help, shine light, to help all beings and things help us all remember into the fact that we're divine evolution in evolution. I'm more confident in this fact now. But back then I wasn't. When I perceived that this is what was happening, I looked at it as mind control. When I came into contact with my person, he was either consciously, I think it was super subconsciously, but consciously it was still nefarious because the things he had me doing was like, why would you have anybody do that? He was basically using our soul history, our soul's bond, our soul connection to steal money from me and have me doing things that led me to homelessness, losing my car. We call it tower moment, rock bottom. I've done much healing in the spirit with this. Thank you, the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Because one night I was in meditation about 4 years ago now. I was just really, it was that Lubavitcher Rebbe came through in spirit to help me heal. I was in meditation that night, eyes closed. Lubavitcher Rebbe's energy appeared and say, hey, Ashley, let go of the angst, the anger, the pain, the tumult. Lubavitcher Rebbe was like, don't you think it's much more conducive that your money left because he took your money from you? He stole your money from you. Aren't you glad your money went that way instead of paying for cancer treatment because you're ill? Let it go and allow the wisdoms to flow in from your experience. So I had this experience with my divine counterpart where money was taken from me, and now I know it was spiritual because I was doing things that I would never do, but it was due to our soul's connection, our soul's bond that had me acquiesce to his wishes, his asks, and all of these things that were out of alignment with wellness and balance for myself. So when I think about spirit subconsciously and consciously directing people to come see my podcast or any of my content, the universe is like, this is how creation works. God told me, hey, every thought pattern you're gifted, everything you think is an energy that's gifted unto you for your divine evolution. So when the spirit was like, this is how things work, I was like, whoa, I perceived that. I was like, dang. Just scrolling through YouTube, it's like, I can just perceive energies like, hey, look, watch the whole video. Look, watch this video, watch the whole video. I was like, dang, spirits, like, the video that you're viewing, they want to have more subscribers, they want to have more views, and understand your creator beings. So the intentions you set, understand there's universal forces, universal energies, acquiescing, assisting with bringing your desires into fruition, into creation. So with my experience, where I lost who I thought I was, only to be rebuilt back into who I am. And I went through a phase where I was demonizing who I was. And now I'm in a phase where I understand who I was as a part of the makings of me, a part of my power. I'm excited to meet up with my old friends and do dinner and go places that I used to go to, and drop into my heart space and meet my past selves, the energy of my past selves, and evolve the energy of my past selves into the divine wisdoms in which I am in this moment, or my future selves, or to uplift the frequency of divine creation, to assist with uplifting all things in divine creation. To more wellness and balance is universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Thank you, Menljkua. Thank you, Menljkua. Thank you, Menljkua. We're going to go ahead and end off this transmission with channeling the ancestral forces that are Mount Kilimanjaro. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashley, for your bravery to speak abundantly about your experiences, knowing that there are reciprocal energies, that are forces that are created to balance out the injustices in creation. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you, ancestral forces that are Mount Kilimanjaro. I'll tell you, whenever ancestral forces come through and they just a short parable, a cute parable, a nice parable, a few words. I always ask my inner space, are you sure that's all you want to say? They said, surely. The energy said, surely, that's all we want to say. And then I have a wiser, I still ask this because I want to make sure I'm not pushing the energies out. I want to make sure that the energies aren't a frequency that I've never experienced, so I'm afraid to experience it, so I'm trying to push them out. So now I ask, hey, are you sure this is all you want to say? And energy said, surely. Now I have a mature mind, body, soul, spiritual wisdom to understand this. Our words, our incantations are powerful, as are the energies that are delivered with our words and incantations. Letting the energies breathe, letting the energies speak, as well as choosing our words with the remembrance of the veracity or potentials of our words to create and shape and evolve the way we show up and how reality evolves and shows up. Thank you, ancestral forces that are one with Mount Kilimanjaro. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me within this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips transmission. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, follow if you're watching on Spotify, like, share to help proliferate the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. We've done it, y'all. On a spiritual level, we all notice we're consciously coming into alignment with it. We're divine presence, period. I'll tell you a couple of experiences I've had, multidimensional experiences, spiritual masters, mind, body, soul, spirit, mature experiences. One of them, I was at home and my sister visited. My younger sister visited, and I heard her spirit said, I wish she would hurry up. And I understood it's like, I wish she would hurry up and assist with manifesting heaven on earth. So all of our souls all of our conscious minds can align with our limitless, omnipotent presence that are one with our subconscious minds. So there was this experience. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. And this like a couple years ago. So I was, I wasn't as spry in my spiritual oneness presence as I am now, right? And around that same time, it might have been a little bit further back. I was walking to the store for groceries. And there was this beautiful couple walking their baby in the stroller. We would know this as, it looked like a mundane picture. It doesn't matter, but they were Caucasian, white. It doesn't matter though. It kind of matters just because, like, hey, we're all one in spirit. And, like, their spirit knew me. Their spirit's like, shit, I wish she would hurry up. They were like, because they were like, I could tell their spirit was like, we want to be the more that we are consciously. Because there's like a beautiful family walking their kid in a stroller, but like, we're so much more than this. We could levitate if we wanted to. We can multidimensionally travel our mind, body, soul, spirit if we wanted to, but we don't know this at this time. I wish you would hurry up. I channel within the podcast 144 part 1. It has a 144 part 2. I'll link it below. The divine was like, I've alchemized. I've assisted. Part of the alchemy of the new creator God energy that is awakening the masses, spiritual awakening of the masses, mind, body, soul, spirit alignment, and growth and evolution to the remembrance and embodiment that we are limitless potentials. The divine said, I alchemized. Part of this dimensionality is I alchemized the energies within Ashley's avatar, within the blossoming potentials into divine creation that are Ashley Nicole Phillips. This is 144 part 1. It starts at 38 minutes. I actually channel the new creator God energy, the epoch energy, wants to be known as unconditional love. I do understand. We understand it'll be called different things it is called different things and will be called different things in different dimensions of existence. But I was guided, unconditional love. It starts at 30. This part where I channel unconditional love starts at 38 minutes. But definitely listen to the whole thing. It's powerful channeled messages. It's audio style, so I'm living my life, and the soul's like, hey, record this. I record the clips and I amalgamate them together. Now, those are audio style Kingdom Things podcast installments. Nonetheless, they're all channeled. Now, I do grow and evolve into new wisdoms. So don't hold me to these words like, hey, you showed up like this. You have to show up like this forever, or you're lying. No, I understand that I'm going to grow and evolve into new awareness. We were created to grow and evolve into new awareness and not stagnate. Simultaneously, when I go back and listen to something that I channeled before, I'll get a new understandings. Let's allow ourselves to grow and blossom into new understandings, new potentials, new remembrance, new embodiment of our new potentials, new omnipotent remembrance that have always been, but they're new to us. And this is a part of the experience, having compassion with ourselves and our neighbors and each other, that we are experiencing an experience that's new to us, because we are new dimensions of divine creation. Yes, we've all been masters. Yes, we all are masters of divine potentials. We're awakening to this in a new dimension. If you have a dot on a graph, and this dot is moved over here, it's a new dot, because it has a new coordinates on the graph. We're in new dimensions of ourselves, experiencing awakening to the remembrance that we're divine limitless potentials. So we are having a new experience. Shall we do so with compassion, patience, wellness, balance, joy of the mind, body, soul, spirit, as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, and so shall it be. Mashallah, bismillah, inshallah, amen. Shalom, namaste, ashe. So 144 part 1, I'm going to link it below. It starts at 38 minutes, where I start channeling the new critter, epoch energy, unconditional love. And I do have an album, Ashley Nicole Music, on YouTube. It's titled Epoch the Album. Whenever I'm creating music, especially these days, I've been recording music since 2014 in professional studios. I'm sharing with the world since 2013, 2014. I started working on music 2013, but it took a few months for us to get in the studio. Back then, I knew my music was coming from parts of my inner space that were beyond my conscious understanding of where this was coming from. Now I'm blatantly consciously aware this is soul guidance, soul creations, beyond my touch, taste, sight, hearing, smelling, or average or mundane, normalized understanding of sentience. So I'll walk outside. I do morning and evening walks. I was walking outside. My soul said, hey, Ed, start the album, Epoch the Album. Now I understand I was channeling healing frequencies to help raise our consciousness into epoch embodiment, epoch beingness, or remembrance that we're one with all things omnipotent potentials. Epoch the Album is available to stream Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. So I channeled the Epoch Energy or Unconditional Love 144 part 1 starting at 38 minutes. I'll also link 144 part 2 below. Great. So we're within Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Again, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, follow if you're watching on Spotify, share, like, to help proliferate the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, Journey to a Healed and Balanced Human Culture Planet Earth. My music, Ashley Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share. so many genres and lyrics and healing frequencies. Again, do not replace your professional medical advice with any of my content, music, podcasts. Again, Ashley Nicole music, my face, my melanated face, my afro. There's a few Ashley Nicole music, but there's a few Ashley Nicole musics. But you'll see my melanated face and my afro in the profile picture. Subscribe. My channel is also, my music channel is also linked below. Ashley Nicole music is also linked below in the description of this video. I also have another healing channel. We do powwow sessions over there. Whenever I'm coming in my inner space with ancestral forces, universal forces, I call these powwow sessions. We ask questions, we get answers. I'm gifted. I'm like guided. Like, hey, Ashley, look at this paradigm in humanism. Let's channel some healing frequencies, some evolved existential wisdoms in regards to evolving these paradigms within your humanism into more wellness and balance, more of your omnipotent remembrances. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube, link below. Also, a cooking channel. I enjoy cooking. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Whatever, like the odds and ends in the kitchen, I would go in there and cook something about something. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips has evolved. My cooking experience has evolved into Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips. We cook, we kiki, we laugh, we joke. Sometimes we go to the grocery store. Sometimes we get divine revelations. We always have a good time. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips is linked below in the description of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips transmission. Available to stream for free at this time on YouTube. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. My soul about 3-4 years ago now was like, from my inner space, said, hey, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. We're going to channel some books through you, to you, to assist you with remembering who you are in divine presence, to assist humanity with y'all remembering who y'all are in the divine presence. This is where the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel originated. It's a 3-part book series. First book is Coming Home, the story of Asya. The second book is the story of Asya, I'm home. The story of Asya, I'm home. Asya's story. Asya is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which assist her with growing and evolving into more conscious awareness of the divine presence of the unconditional love in which she has always been, to co-create a reality in which reflects the unconditional love in which she has always been. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is a twin flame divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. One soul, two bodies, many lifetimes as human beings of planet Earth. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Each love says that their love can't work or their love is still in gestation. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which love, which life, under which circumstances. The book is prophetic, beautiful, abundant. 4 love stories in one book. It's so powerful. Prophetic. This is the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate digital downloads for the 3 books, $29.97 plus tax. The links are specified below in the description of this podcast installment, if you want to do the digital downloads. And then we have the paperback copies mailed to your home. The first 2 parts, Coming Home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya or Asya's story, come in 1 binding. The third part, My Other Half, comes in a separate binding. 2 bindings, 3 stories mailed to your home, $29.98 plus tax. Asya's story in the 1 binding is $9.99. And then, $19.99. Asya's story in the 2 books in 1 binding, $19.99. My Other Half is $9.99. $29.98 plus tax for the 3 books, 2 bindings, mailed to your home. Links specified below in the description of this Ashley Nicole, of this Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips installment. I also have an animated series which stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel universe. Asya's story, I actually channel a lot of interdimensional, multidimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of. I channel them into the animated series, which I co-create here at home through my inner space with ancestral forces with the oneness of all things. Asya's story is available to stream on YouTube, link below. AP Short Stories, a YouTube channel, my author's channel. I also have a live series, Out of the Box. It's about what we're all going through, awakening within the dream, to remembrance that we're infinite, and we've always existed. Out of the Box is available to stream on my music channel, Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. Just go to the playlist section, and you'll see the first season, Out of the Box. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. I'm super glad that I'm able to offer all these offerings from the wisdoms and the energies that I embody, that are garnered from healing myself, from loving myself unconditionally. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truth. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be, embody more of your limitless potentials, limitless love, wellness, and balance consciously. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
We have a new mission for you, dear Asya.
We? New mission? So soon?
You're more than capable and prepared.
I am. What's my mission?
Assisting with harmony in the insectoid universe.
Okay. I mean, the first time I communicated with the insectoids, it was pretty freaky.
Yes, the first time you consciously communicated with the insectoids, dear Asya. And you acclimated. You're acclimating. You've met with the insectoids since, correct?
Yeah, using my extrasensory perception abilities that I've been mastering over time.
You are ready for this mission. Allow your genome to acclimate to the new vibrational frequencies that are you, to the more limitless nature that is you.
I am coming out of a gestational amnesiac phase of the evolution of myself, of the self, of the all. And evolution takes
time. You are ready.
Hey, my name is Asya, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
Tapped into the heart to find home. What colony are you from? I transcend space and time to ground a better way of life. 32.949 Sector 2, Andromeda Galaxy.
long time no see, Asya. Yeah, it only took a whole shift of the game board called reality, or the mass awakening of the human consciousness. I love the new hairstyle, Alexi. With our spirits universally aligned.
We are now defined. Divine humans. Welcome home, Earthlings.
Are you tapped into what is taking place?
The transmutation of the Nagas beings, or the reptilian entities on the planet.
We, humanity, seeded the energies of our home frequencies to allow for the transmutation of our ancestral pasts that are out of alignment with universal orchestration, the mass awakening, the great shift, the awakening of the I Am.
All is within. The Nagas' energies, beings, and entities, reptilians, were never separate from humanity. Rather, they're a part of the makings of us. The makings of us that deserve to be evolved into new dimensions of wellness and balance.
And so it is. There's a lot of changes taking place on the planet. What we know as psychic attacks. What's truly taking place is the harmonizing of the universes. Low vibrational energies and limiting beliefs that are no longer conducive for the evolution and upliftment for all things are being purged from God's creation, or transmuted, alchemized into higher vibrational beingness. Below, in this episode of Asya's story, in the description, you'll find an episode of Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. My author, Ashley Nicole Phillips, channeled Ascended Master Katumi and Archangel Michael to help with just this situation, just this occurrence. The melding of spirit with the human mind, which creates psychic attacks. We'll get through this just fine. Fairy godmother, Miss Tracy.
I did not mean to scare you. Boo! I came to give you a little encouragement and a message from the universes. Do you remember the energetic or spiritual work that we did about forgiving our families?
Yes, I do, Miss Tracy.
Woo! Well, the healing we've done to grow the human consciousness expands our family, Asya. What you talking about, Miss Tracy? The reptoids, Asya.
The message that fairy godmother Miss Tracy had is very true. I have to forgive the makings of me, the makings of us, the makings of we. I have these super cool spiritual gifts that I'm no longer whispering about. As I remain heart-centered and filled with my emotions, my Akashic records allots for the manifestation of what I intended to create on a soul level before I incarnated. Manifesting what I intended to co-create with the universes on a soul level with the energies in which I feel. Allowing my thoughts to align with more abundant thoughts, or allowing myself to be gifted thoughts that align with what I intended to manifest. A lot of the times I'm understanding these thoughts for the first time. A lot of the times I'm becoming consciously aware of these thoughts for the first time. It's a part of being a creator being, co-creating with the universal forces or the oneness of all things.
The insectoid universes are harmonized?
They are.
Wasn't so bad, was it?
Work in progress. Or evolution.
And just like all things in reality, what goes around comes around. Or you will meet this mission again, to harmonize the insectoid universes.
Yes. I understand.
Yes, and from what I understand, you're not sure of things to put that Akashic record of yours to use.
You heard about the reptilian mission I was placed on?
Why, yes, Asya. We all heard. All of limitless potential hears.
It only took all space and time to co-create a peace treaty with the reptoids. Drop into your heart space for more info, or wait until the next episode of Asya's story. My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm Home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my attempts letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I need no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person, the unconditional love literature parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
My name is Ashley Nicole. I am an ageless being. Well, I'm 31, with utilizing the paradigms of space and time as known by third-dimensional humanity to quantify my existence. My consciousness is focused primarily as Ashley Nicole, human of planet Earth. I awakened within the dream. I am limitless existence, or energies of the infinite sea, or spirit, having infinite experiences, just in this one moment. And a gander of infinite experiences within this now moment. It appears as if I am putting my wig on in my bathroom mirror. When, in another dimension of the self, in just this past moment of infinite existence, I assisted with disarming the pardon collider to allow for the mass awakening of the human consciousness. Grand Rising Earth Dweller. Grand Rising M. And thanks again for your assistance with everything. I requested for a regular guide that I can expect to be available to assist me with settling into remembrance and mission. I'm super appreciative. We've been paired to work with one another.
Remembering into multidimensionality within colonial life is a vibrant experience. I'm glad to help. How's Kingdom Things podcast going? You truly have the ether stirring into universal order, divine alignment.
For the upliftment and rejuvenation of all things. The podcast is great. I mean, I'm finally feeling the heart connection to the podcast, I suppose there's always been.
Surely.
The podcast has been an intuitive mandate that came into fruition with following my heart space and inner guidance. My mind is acclimated and excited about, well, all of this, being awakened within the dream. We waited, love was on fire. There are you and I. My civilization's at our top is on fire.